Hello, I'm Paul Hand and welcome badminton fans to the vibrant, hugely popular travel destination of Bangkok. After a tough 2020 that saw the culling of most tournaments, the badminton world is keenly poised and pounced back into action. Our venue, the colossal Impact Arena here, is playing host to our continuing badminton coverage over the next 3 weeks. It's a huge exhibition, conference and hotel facility. Massive venue it is. Bangkok's HSBC BWF World Tour Badminton Extravaganza continues today with semi-final Saturday of the YONEX Thailand Open, followed next week by the TOTAL Thailand Open. And action culminates with the belated HSBC BWF World Tour Finals starting on Wednesday the 27th of January. So to get us underway on semi-final Saturday, there should be plenty of fireworks in our top half, an all-seeded mixed double semi-final. Top-seeded Thais Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai take on Korean fourth seeds Seo Sung-jae and Chae Yoo-jung. The top seeds lead 4-3 head-to-head in that one. And then the second mixed double semi-final from the bottom half. All England Open champions Jordan and Octavianti needs to set the record straight after a wounding home loss to European mixed doubles high flyers Chae and Del Rue at the Indonesian Masters last January. In our third semi-final, you couldn't script it any more dramatically. Can two Indonesian teenagers, Karnando and Martin, continue their fairy tale run today in their first ever Super 1000 level event? Surely world number ones and Olympic silver medalist Go and Tan will have too much experience for them. And our fourth match sees a Korean-Indonesian reacquaintance of two very experienced, established former world number 2 women's doubles teams. Following that, will An Se-young sweep aside a second consecutive former world number 1 today in Carolina Marin, as she did yesterday with Ratchanok Intanon? And then looking on to the second 5 semi-finals, those juicy singles matches 8, 9 and 10 really do catch the eye. Tai-Tzu Ying and against Mia Blichfeld took out PV Sindhu, of course, the Dane, and Ankersen Karlong takes on Cho Tien Chen, the second seed, and Axelsen and Ginting. Well, mouth-watering, all of those. So our 10 semi-finals then, the spotlight drills down onto one match court. Who can safely navigate their way into Sunday's final? All will be revealed this evening.
YONEX Thailand Open, part of HSBC BWF World Tour Super 1000.
So the stage is set. It's absolutely stunning, and our players are just about ready to come out. But there's the glinting trophy under the bright lights. That's what the players are gunning for at the end of week 3. And of course, there's over $3.5 million in prize money to be shared out. First, though, they've got to qualify for the top 8 in their respective discipline. Today carried out by Kantafon Wancharoen, Thai number 1, who lost second round here to Vixel Axelsen, 21-13, 21-17 in 43 minutes. I wonder how he'll go today against Ginting. So to get us underway then, plenty of exciting rallies anticipated in this first mixed doubles semi-final. From the top of the draw, Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai take on the fourth seeds Seo Sung-jae and Chae Yoo-jung. And as I say, this is their 8th chapter, because top seeds lead 4-3 in the head-to-head there, and down below Chae and Del Rue take on Octavianti and Praveen Jordan. That's our second match we'll be bringing you. So plenty for you. Don't go too far. 10 glorious semi-finals just about to get started.
And gentlemen, welcome to the YONEX Thailand Open, part of HSBC
So it's been a
BWF World
terrific
Tour
light
Super
show we've
1000.
seen here to sort of rock the scene and
The
set the stage
starts
for more
now.
amazing badminton. And it's only day 5.
Semi-finals.
We'll be bringing it all to you tomorrow on finals day as well.
Mixed double semi-final. Dechapol Puavaranukroh and Sapsiri Taerattanachai.
Here they come.
From
Dechapol
Thailand.
Puavaranukroh leading the way, followed by his partner Sapsiri Taerattanachai as the top seeds in the mixed doubles event here from Thailand.
And Chae Yoo-jung from
And a couple of
KOR.
good wins already. Took down 2 Malaysian pairs en route here. They've been tearing the place down, tearing through the drill. Indeed, 3 Malaysian pairs back to back. But today, they've got to take on these two Koreans, world number 6 and 4th seeds. In Seo Sung-jae and Chae Yoo-jung. All lefty combo. Morton should be really interesting, this one. Morton Frost alongside.
I think so, but I think we have to take into consideration, excuse me, that the Thailand combination have actually won the last 3 encounters. So it's 4-3 in favour of Thailand. However, they won the last 3 as well. So it's a heavy stake in favour of Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai. But they haven't played that well in the tournament so far, in my humble opinion. They really struggled in the first 2 matches.
Yeah, they dropped the opening games in both of those, didn't they, against the Malaysians? Perhaps the pressure of expectation, who knows? But they're here. They live to see another day, and you just don't know what's going to happen from day to day in any sport, do you?
I'm waiting any time that Puavaranukroh is kind of picking up. I think he's the one that's been performing a little bit below par.
23 years old, there he is, Dechapol. Yeah, he's got, he certainly hasn't brought his best so far. Perhaps he'll ignite now. We're getting towards the sharp end. And Chonburi in Thailand has been off that career high ranking with his partner now for quite a while. Sapsiri Taerattanachai opposite him, warming up, of course. She's 5 years older. And they are the World Championship silver medalists of 2019. Their last international outing was the All England, where they became only the 2nd Thai pair to reach the final there. Lost out to Praveen Jordan and Octavianti. They'll be on next match. There's their route through, as Morton was suggesting. The first 2 matches were tough, grueling ones, both the other side of an hour. Needed to come through. And then taking down Chan and Go inside 45 minutes yesterday. That was a pretty decent showing, Morton, wasn't it?
It was, and I remember we commentated on it, and I felt that Go Liu Ying, perhaps the Malaysian, not all the way up to scratch, but it seems like she was having a small injury.
Seo Sung-jae, 23 years old, from Jeonju in Korea. Well, they have been up to 5 in the world, these two, all lefty Korean team. There she is. She was so rampant around the front court yesterday, so alert. Chae Yoo-jung, you really want her in your corner because she's a feisty, real competitive athlete and dart-like in her movement. From Busan, originally in Korea. And of course, they are the reigning All England Open semi-finalists. They lost to these guys, actually. Their opponents today in 1 hour and 23 minutes. They also lost in the first round of the Indonesian Masters. There's their route through here. Well, they had a little bit of luck, really, against El Gamal and Hani of Egypt, having the walkover. And then a couple of tighter matches thereafter. So that's their route to the semi-finals, as we say hello to Wayana of Indonesia, the umpire controlling this match. And the service judge just opposite, Mr. Oscariano of Indonesia. So what will unfold today then in this one? An 8th chapter, 4-3 head-to-head. These guys lead in what's always been fairly tight matches. Just a little bit of last minute lacing up nice and tight. He's going for just the single knot option, Morton.
You noticed that.
Yeah, those laces are far too long to be double knots, aren't they?
Yes.
Quite relaxed.
Yeah, the Thailand pair before the world ranking was frozen in March last year, spent 14 weeks as world number 3 on that world ranking. And their opponents have spent 4 weeks as number 5 in 2019 it was.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So a clash here.
on my right, Seo Sung-jae and Chae Yoo-jung, Korea. And on my left, the Japan Puavaranukroh and subsidiary Taerattanachai, Thailand. Subsidiary Taerattanachai to serve to Seo Siamjai. Level. Play. Service over. 1 love. Service over. 1-all.
It's going to be a tough day in the office for Seo Sung-jae, as he's also playing the men's doubles in match number 6 today. So if this one is going long and grueling, I fear that perhaps his performance in the men's doubles later on in the day will be hampered. And I must say, you know, the way that they disposed of the Indonesian world ranked number 2, Hasan and Setiawan, yesterday in the quarterfinal, I think they are a little bit of hot favourites in that men's doubles. So it's a bit of a dilemma.
Taking on the 6 seeds, aren't they? Li Yang and Wan Chi Lin of Chinese Taipei. That could be really close. Yeah, I'm with you.
Service over. 2-all.
I can understand why she's complaining. Taerattanachai, she's really scolding herself because she forgot the left hand. Try to have a look at this one. She forgot there was a left hand there.
Yep. Playing to the forehand wing.
Look at that.
Never a good idea.
Facial expression. She knew that was a mistake, yes. Tells the story.
And again, right into the hitting zone of these two, who are enjoying a splendid start. Always takes a little while against lefties, doesn't he? 2 lefties as well on one team, very unusual.
Yeah. Yeah, well played by Chae Yu-jung. Just taking off the pace, making it very, very simple.
Yeah, she makes that look really easy, doesn't she? Soaking it up like a sponge.
And the block shot is slightly towards Taerattanachai, and that makes it even more difficult for Ditchapun to get there. And that was a clever placement on top of that. Oh, nice. Good touch from Taerattanachai.
3-5. Service over.
A few mistakes on that sideline. I think the Thailand pair is forgetting the sideways drift. That's going from left to right. This one here going out.
Tricky, isn't it, Morton, when you're in this sort of high stress performance level environment? You've got to just sort of carry a couple of thoughts across that very narrow thought bridge to, you know, real good level of performance, but at the same time you've got to be tactically aware of so many things. You know, a couple of left-handers, the slight subtle drift, it's all got to almost be rehearsed in your mind, hasn't it, prior to going on? Tricky.
I couldn't agree with you more. That's one of the fascinating points about badminton, is that it's so fast and furious, but you have to keep a cool mind.
5, 6.
Yeah, often easier said than done as well when you're running like crazy and your heart rate is right up. Whereas Mike Tyson used to say, you know, it's all very well having a plan until you get punched in the face. That's just a boxing analogy.
Yes.
Sorry to sound so aggressive at this early hour, but you get the idea.
See, that's much better from Puavaranukroh towards the backhand side of the two Koreans. That's wide as well. Look at that one again. Same mistake from Taerattanachai, still forgetting the sideways
Service
drift.
over. 7, 5.
So only two male players in the top 10 in men's doubles and mixed doubles at the same time, and it's Chae on court here. He's number 8 in the men's doubles and number 6 in the mixed. And the other one is Yuta Watanabe from Japan, who is 5 in the mixed doubles and 5 in the men's doubles.
Please. 8, 5.
Yeah, he's multi-talented, isn't he? A man who can multi-skill. Every lady loves that, don't they?
Thank you.
So 3 points adrift, the top seeds at the moment. It's a sort of situation that they've been used to, really, within this tournament.
Service over. 6.
And of course, from Thai's perspective, they haven't got local fans cheering them on energetically, as always they do. Doors are shut to fans, sadly, at the moment.
Yeah, but isn't it amazing how quickly you get used to it? Normally there's such a noise and everything, and within a few days you're kind of used to it already. It's quite strange. That's
Yeah,
out.
and with what you've said, you often sort of think, I wonder how much they sort of actually really enjoy that whole fan experience. I think they love it, and I think it boosts them, their energy, doesn't it? Gives them that extra kick, you would imagine. But some would say, well, arguably it adds pressure as well.
It does. And here we have a challenge. It's called in, and Puavaranukroh is challenging, and I think it is in. I think he had a very, very good case. Just kissed the line.
Service over. 9, 6. Play.
Wow, pretty strong defense there from Seo Seung-jae.
Service over. 7, 9.
Yeah, the lift is becoming way too short. As someone would say, I know, woefully short.
8, 9.
And of course, this is so exciting because these guys, familiar opponents, this is their 8th meeting, and of course they understand each other's patterns of plays. They know their kind of go-to sequences. Makes for a splendid watch.
Service over, 10, 8.
And of course, if you can bring something a little bit fresh, then it can really upset the rhythm of opponents.
It's really, really well built rally by Seo Seung-jae.
11, 8, 8 off.
Very nicely built. Controlling it all the way. Try to have a look at the 2 smashes on Taerattanachai. First one side and then on the other side, on the forehand side. It's extremely well played, well constructed.
11-8, they go to the turn. The Koreans in the driving seat.
자, 하나 집중해서.
What? 20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Well, the Koreans in blue at the top of your picture do seem to have come out really sort of near around the top of their game already. They've been firing immediately on taking to the court, electrically sharp and sort of really setting tone for this match. Thai's playing catch up, 3 points adrift. Well, mixed doubles badminton doesn't get much better than that. That was a terrific, compelling rally, intriguing all the way. And Thai coach loving the end result, I think. Really good to watch.
Yeah, Puavaranukroh was really covering Taerattanachai extremely well at the centre of the court in their defence, and kind of stepped up a bit here. It was nice to see, and I also think that the Thailand pair is playing a little bit faster, trying to inject a bit more pace and energy into it.
Play.
Well, it was a little bit of a last-minute decision from Seo. Unlike him, he's not pretty decisive.
11.
Raised it up by the men's doubles event as well. He looks absolutely honed, with that one just spilling over the back line. What engineering from the top seeds there. They're spreading the court so nicely, and just masterful control from the red team here.
Lots of pressure on Taerattanachai, and I think she stood her grounds really well in this rally on the defence. And eventually they won this one, and then the last 3 points gone Thailand's way. Good serve.
12-11.
Look at how it's dropping below the tape. As soon as, see, it's really difficult to do anything about that one. Nice serving from Puavaranukroh.
God, he just kept on coming, didn't he?
Service over. 12.
Seo Seung-jae, they're just menacingly powering forwards, taking it earlier and earlier and earlier until he got it done. He was insistent and bold throughout. Stopping the runner points for the Thais at 4. Now, can they put a few points together here? These two teams showcasing some electric exchanges.
13-12.
Wow, wasn't she alert to that? Taerattanachai, take a bow. That was superb.
13-12.
Saw it so quickly and climbed back and dispatched. Look at this. He won't do that again.
Until next time.
True. I was just thinking that as I said it. Cheeky, but just cutting it too fine, Puavaranukroh. Nice idea.
13.
Seo Seung-jae and Cha Yoo-jung is a little bit in the driving seat. I know that the scoreboard is not really reflecting it, but they are kind of having the upper hand in most of the rallies, and they are really pressing on with their attack. So far they haven't benefited that much from it, but perhaps that can come later. When the Thailand pair is playing well, they are much better mixing up the defensive side of their game with an aggressive side of their game as well. Here at the moment they tend to play a little bit too passively, and even though, as I say, the scoreboard is not really reflecting it so far, perhaps it will a little bit later.
Yeah, the Koreans certainly are driving the match forward, a little bit more proactive, aren't they? They're getting on the front foot first really quickly and then just not letting go. It seems to be all-out attack.
But when the Thai pair are playing really well, that's when they are aggressive as well, on top of what we see now.
You spoke the other day, Morten, of the importance, the significance of the first 3 shots in any rally, and that seems absolute paramount right here. Again, good. Great spatial awareness from Dechapon there.
Service over. 14-16.
You sense the Thais are chasing this opening game. They'll do really well if they can just stay in touch, and maybe there's a ray of sunshine to be seen from somewhere.
Oh, good defensive work by Taerattanachai.
Fifteen, 16. Play.
That is beautiful. That is so good. That is really, really good. It's because Digipon, of course, he's going towards the centre. Look at that. He's standing right at the centre of the court. And of course, there's that open space there. But you've got to play that shot so well to really capitalise on it. Well played by Seo Sung-jae.
If only you viewers could see Morten dancing around in his seat, recreating that shot. Wonderful moment, particularly for me.
18, 15.
And with the new serving rule, this is a serve we see more and more of these flat drives coming into play. You've got to watch out when you are receiving.
It's
just been a blur of blue and white, hasn't it? They've just been owning the court so far, really dictatorial, and the Thais kind of playing second fiddle. Just can't seem to get on the front foot and keep them at bay at the moment. Things might change.
Good return of serve.
Service over. 16, 19.
Once again, the surprise cross-court smash from Seo Sung-jae.
Service over. 20. Game
It's
point.
a very, very good
16.
game plan. Again, you see how Digipon is covering the centre of the court, and he's really exposing himself cross-court.
They've had so much urgency and sting in attack, haven't they, the Koreans? Driving the match forward.
Service over. 17, 20.
Still 3 more game points to the 4th seeds. And there it is. They've been adding and compounding pressure very, very well. That was the deserved game for the Korean 4th seeds. Seo Sung-jae and Chae Yoo-jing take the opener, 21-17, after 23 minutes of action here on 1.
밀어줘. 올리는 거 지금 좋거든. 더 높게 길게 올려. 그리고 앞부터 진짜 만들어라. 하나, 둘, 다 올리면 다 대가 빨리 쳐다보고. 서비스 좀 천천히 넣어. 서비스 너무 빨라. 이 삽살이가 롱스는 하시면 있잖아. 너무 짧아서 그래. 천천히 넣어. 중간이랑 공격을 많이 할 때 그걸 빼줘라 한 번씩. 자, 처음부터 다시 집중해서 하자. 지금 잘하고 있으니까 늦추면 안 된다.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Well, it's been a compelling first semi-final, this one. Spotlight lasering down on one show court today. And, well, these two have been
Second game.
fabulous from the offing, really.
Double.
Wheel spinning off the start.
Play.
Can they keep it up? Start of game 2, the Koreans taking the opener. Morten, is it an ends thing? How do you sort of envisage the Thai team turning this around?
It can be a little bit of an ends thing. I think that the drift is with the Thailand pair now, so they're playing sort of the faster end at the moment. However, if the Thais are going to turn this one around, they simply have to go more on the attack, as what we saw here in the first rally. They have to be more dictatorial. They have to go in and take control. And if they don't do that and just try to soak up the pressure, I don't think they can win. They have to go in and be more proactive.
Service over. 1 all.
That's well worked.
How proactive was Dechapon there? That was incredible movement, athleticism.
1.
Ghostly speed, Morten.
It was well played, but it was hard work. He really had to work hard.
Thank you.
But that was very proactively played by Puavaranukroh, that he sort of stepped in at the net as well, and that's what we see where he's good too. And we haven't really seen that a lot from him, and that must be a winner. Yeah.
3, 1.
Well, right off the mark in game 2, bristling with intensity, the Thais. Must-win game for them, of course, and they know it. Bringing their A game and showing us the back brace as well.
Service over. 2, 3.
Good return of serve. It's exploiting Taerattanachai a bit here. She's standing in the same point. They're not really covering any side. She must take a little bit of decision to choose one of the sides to cover.
Three, off. Service over. 4, 3.
Yeah. Good play from Puavaranukroh. Found the gap nicely.
Yeah, he'll gobble up around the net, won't he, with any sort of like holes in the court like that. Look at this.
And that's what the Thai pair really needs to do, is that mix it up a little bit better and get Puavaranukroh towards the front of the court as well, because he's really quick up there.
4-5.
Well, of course, it's a tall order for him. He's got a lot of court to cover. Two services in a row for Korea into the net. And that's expensive.
Service over. 5-6.
Well, 4 of their previous 7 encounters have gone the distance, so don't be surprised if the Thais do manage to swivel this second game their way and take us into a third and deciding game. They seem pretty dictatorial this end. It's not a foregone conclusion, obviously.
That's good defense. How did the Thai pair get out of that one? Well defended by Taerattanachai, and once again, and that's going long on the back line.
Her defense is superb, isn't it? Because she was getting rifled out there on a regular basis.
Service over. 7-5.
Koreans must be feeling, what else do we have to throw over the net to win a point?
A block shot. Telling you, a block shot would have worked wonders.
Yeah, because the Thai defense is quite deep, right?
Yes. And especially Taerattanachai, she's standing very deep. Try to have a look at it.
Yeah.
Eight, 5.
What a miss. That was a huge one.
9-5.
And it sounds silly, but that could be decisive in this game.
Yeah, and that'll give hope to club players, won't it?
Like that one.
Said with respect.
I know, but that was so silly. That's wide.
Yeah, she got out of jail there, didn't she? Like you say, it seemed to be veering wide of the sideline, but Chae played it anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure she's a little bit uncertain due to the drift.
Well, there has been quite a swiveling of momentum here since the change of ends. Well, in complete contrast to the opening game, it's the Thais now that take to the interval with a 6-point cushion. 11 points to 5 they lead.
11-5. Play.
Well, it's been a handful of consecutive points for the red-shirted Thais at the top of your picture. They've really got the momentum right now.
And see, that's where the block shot comes in.
Service over.
That's obviously been much
6,
discussed, hasn't it?
11.
I'm not sure, but it's definitely a very good tactical point.
Service over. 12-6.
She's found the line, but he doesn't think so.
Seo Seong-jae
Jae challenges this one. It was an immediate raising of his racket, as if to indicate keenly to the umpire, I want to have a look at this one. So the buttons have been pressed and we're heading upwards. All eyes will be glued on the big screen. To no avail though. Challenge unsuccessful.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Thirteen, 6. Play. Service over. 7-13. Service over. 14-7.
Well, these guys remaining just so in the zone despite the quarantining at the hotel and managing to get out and keep their high level on the practice court and in the gym. They've done a really good job.
8.
Not so easy for us, Morton, is it, to get the exercise? We're just locked in the room. And I was speaking to one of the Hawkeye guys out in the corridor earlier. He said, I did a 5K run. I said, where? In my room, he said. I said, well, how many laps was that? You can imagine it, can't you? 5K in a hotel room.
That sounds crazy.
Isn't that great?
You can move 2 steps.
Shots.
Service over. 15-9. Service over. 10.
At the moment, it's all about the first 3 shots. Lots of pressure on the server. And it seems like the defense of Chae Yu-jung is crumbling a little bit. I think she was quite outstanding in the first game. And here in the second, she's made a number of mistakes in her defense.
Yeah, and Taerattanachai is kind of winning that net battle on a more regular basis now, isn't she? Almost buoyed by the change in ends.
Thank you.
There'll be some burning in bed tonight on those knees for Seo. Can't fault their commitment.
Service over 11-16.
Well, you can kind of sense that Taerattanachai are just really upping the intensity. It seems such a tough ask to sort of close the gap on the scoreboard.
I think so. It's a little bit too little too late. I would be surprised if Thailand is not taking this second game. I know, of course, it's possible.
12-16.
But I think Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai have played better than their Korean opponents here in the second game, and having quite a good lead.
Seem to be playing a lot of short shots, don't they? The Koreans more almost to lull the Thais forward a little bit. Yeah, they're playing softer shots exactly to bring their opponents a little bit forward before they're, you know, setting in with the big guns, building up the rallies. And I think Seo Sung-jae is really good doing that. He's building and building a lot of the time and not really going for the big power smashes from all the way back. Nice, found that as well. 4 in a row then for the Koreans. Terrific little flicker there from Seo Sung-jae. He'll be pleased with that. They have done really well to haul this back to near level here.
But that attacking lift is coming, I'll tell you when it's coming. That one there was really, really nice, where it played it over the head of Taerattanachai. That one there is really well played, forcing Puavaranukroh in deep backhand corner. Well played. Taking advantage of the fact that Taerattanachai is not that agile on court.
Nicely done. That was a huge point, wasn't it? A point for parity for the Koreans, negated by the Thais. And well, they stopped the run of points for the Koreans at 5. And the top seeds managed to advance with some really fast thinking from their Chipon.
Thank you.
He's good receiving, Seo Sung-jae. He's got good variety in what he's doing.
17.
Play these half-court shots. He's playing block shots. He's playing into deep corners, both sides and all that. Very nice variety to his return of serve.
Service over. 18-16.
Just getting a little handcuff there, tangled up. Possible to release the racket head on that, even for someone as agile as Chae Yoo-jung.
Good anticipation from Taerattanachai. There she moved.
19.
Very decisively.
Yeah, and it was timely, wasn't it? It wasn't too early.
Look at that. She was really waiting for it.
Yeah.
Something we haven't seen a lot of so far in the match.
20, game point 16.
Survived the first one.
Service over.
Surviving another 3 is a tall order.
Especially from the slightly trickier end. They've given their all, haven't they? There's no doubting that. It's been such an intriguing watch. Both grappling with each other, punching each other silly, these two teams, just to try and find some sort of mini advantage. It's been fascinating. Well, in the end, the Thai is outsmarting the Korean persistence and level the scoreline. We are going down the final stretch after 47 minutes of action. The Thais take the second game, 21 points to 17. Exact parity on the scoreboard. What next in this first mixed doubles semi-final? Don't go anywhere. Well, here we go then. A race to 21. Who's it going to be? Kitbox needs to be rectified. No handles dangling over. So the Thais at the difficult end to start with.
Final
the Koreans take advantage.
Level. Play.
That's it. Yep.
Found it. Yeah.
Drift is keeping it in.
Yeah. And you can imagine in their minds they want to just create a bank of points, as many as they can here, the Thais, just to so that when they do get to the turn they can really have something to fall back on, a little bit of a cushion. That's what this is all about. By contrast, the blue team trying to deny them any of that. Taerattanachai has responded really well, Morten, hasn't she, over the last sort of 15 minutes or so?
Yeah, she's moving better now. She's playing more solid shots. She's anticipating a little bit better. But she's normally, always very strong from the back. And I actually feel that Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai can benefit from the fact that it will be Taerattanachai more at the back, attacking. She's good attacking from the back, and then Puavaranukroh at the net, because he is intercepting so well. And it's making the pair much more dangerous.
1, 2.
So try if they can sort of swap that situation a little bit more than what they've done in the two opening games.
What a lovely change up from the Korean Seo Sung-jae there. That was incredible.
2-0.
Two more extreme shots you'll never see. Look at this. Took all the heat out of that one and then just absolutely unleashing the fury at Taerattanachai there.
Yeah, the good thing about the last smash is that it's very steep.
Three, two.
Again into the left armpit of the left hander. Nothing worse.
Four, three.
Yeah, I can understand her frustration. I can really understand it. She's got a lot of chances to kill it at the net, but somehow she can't put it away. This sharpness is not really there. And then the last one, she is putting long on that back line.
Well, this match seems a repeat of the All England Open semi-final in 2020, doesn't it? Back then, of course, back in March, it was the top seeds that came through 21-19 in the decider.
5.
Will they be able to recreate that edge today, or will this young man and his partner find a way to twist it their way?
Defense by Seo Sung-jae. Wonderful rally. Really, really good badminton. Fast and furious. Lots of good details.
I thought she got it done there, Taerattanachai, but not so. Immaculate defense from the Koreans, and then this one to put a lid on it.
Yeah, nice steep smash from Seo Sung-jae.
Service over. 6, 5.
I sense that Chae Yu-jung just perhaps pressing a little too hard, wanting it too badly, perhaps haunted by that, previous few losses to these two. It's about the mindset, isn't it, in these kind of critical moments. I'm sure she'll be back.
See, that was another good opportunity. She did not finish it. That must have finished, yes.
And that'll feel particularly good, won't it, over the last few minutes for her.
Service over.
Well done.
6.
Redeeming herself
7.
entirely there. This was the shot there, this little block there.
Service over. 8. 6.
Don't leave it that side, you've got to be very sure.
Service over. 7. 8.
Well, as anticipated coming in here, only 3 world ranking spots between these two. The Thais world ranked number 3 in the world, the Koreans number 6, and well, it's justified, isn't it? There's so little between them on the match court.
Yeah, but somehow, even though the scoreboard is not reflecting it so far, I sense that Taerattanachai and Puavaranukroh
9.
just have the edge.
7.
And when they get to 11 and change over, I think that they might run away with it.
They'll compound the misery on the Koreans.
I think they will run away with it. But, you know, it's close. It's anyone's call. But it just looked that they have a slight edge here.
Well, he challenged again immediately to Seo Seung-jae. Lines judge with the palm down. This is going to be interesting. Who's it going to be, lines judge or Seo? Who are you going with, Morten? Come on.
Line judge. I am.
That was very close. Let's find out. Oh! Seo wins it.
Yes.
Challenge successful. Morten.
Yeah.
Unforced error.
Service over.
I actually think he hesitated a bit. I don't think he was so quick in responding whether he should challenge or not. I think he hesitated, so I thought perhaps he's just doing for show, but he did not.
Service over. 10. 8. Service over. 9. 10.
Can't take your eyes off it for a second, can you? As the clock strikes an hour mark exactly on court.
Then off.
Well, what was 10-8 for the Thais
11,
and was looking really good for them, has
double,
suddenly swiveled on
taken.
its axis and now becomes 11-10 for the Koreans at the turn. So Blue-shirted South Koreans with a marginal 1-point lead. Still so tough to pick a winner in this one.
툭툭 하다가 동기해주고 여기 직선을 때리면 직선을 대각으로 빨리 받아칠 거거든. 그거 좀 봐줘. 그걸 대각으로 다시 대각에서 대각으로. 네? 알았어, 오케이? 자, 처음부터 있지. 역시 집중해야 된다. 서비스에서 조금 천천히 넣고, 알았지? 여기서 나가면 롱스에서 많이 넣을 거야. 유정이 잘했으니까 앞에서 하나, 둘, 잡스를 직선으로 들고 있거든. 대각으로 빼줘야 된다. 안 그러면 길게. 아, 힘내.
I don't know about you, Morton, but the Korean coach there was making me rather tense.
Yeah, she's very animated. Accidentally speaks really good English.
She'll be after me later then.
And I will be surprised if that's not how we're going to see the remaining part of this match, with Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai in the driving seat, attacking as much as they can, as what they did in the second game.
Poor old challenge will be getting overloaded, won't it? Getting heated up a little bit here. It's been used a lot recently. Way out.
Yeah, way out.
Challenge unsuccessful, 1 challenge remaining. Service over, 12.
And now it's for Chae really to keep a tight ship. She's made a few errors on her serve. That's perfect.
Wow, where did that come from? That cross net from Chae was from the top draw.
11.
It's out. Oh, I think Taerattanachai wanted to challenge that one.
Yes, I thought her arm
And
was
she
off.
really changed her mind, and she was lucky that the umpire didn't take it.
'There's a lot of roars coming from these two now. They're really pumped, and rightly so. They've played some unbelievable badminton. 4 in a row for Team Korea here. Got the momentum at the tricky end. Can they hold on? Got to be careful now, the ties. It's running away from them.
It's
5 points adrift.
definitely running away.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and the Koreans are roaring, literally.
It's kind of easy points they get. Good serving.
Wow, plenty of chili on that one. She's frustrated. She had it on her racket.
16.
Yeah, she's indicating that she's lifting them too short. This one here, too short. And that's what we discussed earlier in the match. That's when she's playing against the drift, she have a tendency not to get the lift long enough. That is delicate. That is beautiful.
She's come to the party and she's brought lots of wine with her. She's got the tunes. Look at this.
That is neat. Jae really had a good opportunity. And once again, the defense of Chae Yu-jung is letting her down. Try to have a look at this one. Of course, it's well placed by Puavaranukroh, but still.
How long was Sapsiree Taerattanachai on the floor for there? And they still won the point.
14,
Captivating.
17.
Yeah, somehow Puavaranukroh is opting the game now. I think he's
Thank you.
it's coming up now, but I think it's too late. Yeah, he's leaving it very, very late.
He is.
Somehow there's more urgency to his game right now.
Play. Service over. 18-14.
She wasn't far off there.
15-18.
He must be feeling the heat under the mask. These are big moments upcoming.
Sixteen, 18.
Closing the gap. Puavaranukroh looking very, very focused right now. Brilliant from Taerattanachai.
17-18.
Well, what was 17-12 has suddenly been nibbled away at by the top seeds, using all of their experience. Now there's only 1 point in it.
They simply just added on more pace, and as I said earlier, I'm really surprised they haven't done it earlier than this, because had they played like this from the mid-game interval, I think it would have been a foregone conclusion. I think they perhaps waited too long.
Play.
But they have won 5 out of the last 6. Things looking up for the top seeds. suddenly at the 11th hour. Bucking pace again from Dechapon. He'll be pleased with that contact.
18 all.
Well, lines judge calls wide. Dechapon wants it checked.
It's out. I would be very surprised if that one is not out.
Yeah, well done, Morton. Well out.
Challenge unsuccessful, no challenges remaining.
So the run of 4 consecutive points comes to an end for the top seeds.
18. Play. Twenty, match point 18.
Pressure on this serve. Perfect serve.
Service over. 19.
So it's just as close as last time they played at the All England.
Wouldn't want it any other way.
So do you want to serve now? Lots and lots of pressure.
Pressure's a privilege.
So true.
Two match points have come and gone
20
for the Koreans. Deadlock again.
Play.
Magnificent from the Thais. What a point. Throwing it all over the net. Terrific.
21.
Chae must be kicking himself. He had great opportunity. Just play the block shot. Taerattanachai was so pushed to the back.
Play.
Having saved 2 match points then, Taerattanachai and Puavaranukroh have one of their own. Top seeds in the mixed doubles survive an epic after 75 minutes of action. Dechapol Puavaranukroh and Sapsirai Taerattanachai setting it alight on finals weekend, coming through 22-20 in an absolute epic. What a match that was. Terrific start to the semi-final Saturday here. Well, the Koreans so professional and focused, but in the end, the intensity and calmness of the Thais found a way through under the utmost of pressure. They saved 2 match points. That is a terrific win. What a match that was, just to set us underway. We've got 9 more semi-finals to bring you today. That was epic. 22-20 in the